Alright, here's the Nifty SD50. This is a 56-foot lift with 28.5 feet of side reach and a 500-pound basket capacity rated for 2 people. This machine is the 4-wheel drive version with a diesel, but you also have the option of a gas engine, or you can get a bi-energy, which would be a gas or diesel engine and batteries that you could also run it quietly. The machine weighs about 6,000 pounds and it's 5 foot 3 inches wide when stowed. This machine has the R4 tire option, which offers you some added traction off-road while still not being terribly hard on grass. You also have an option for turf tires. These machines are 2-wheel steer, and you have the option between 2 or 4-wheel drive. There's the diesel tank, and I apologize for it being a little dirty. It's powered by a Kubota diesel. It does have hydraulic outriggers. It has a 5.2 mile an hour top speed, which I'll show from the basket, but that's the outrigger controls and the drive controls. It does have the bubble level for making sure you're set up properly. There are no computers on this machine, only simple switches. Just like this little guy right here. Which that's the upper boom cradle. Like most lifts, you do have ground level controls. Which these are those. This is your enable switch, and this is the key that turns on these controls. So you have your rotation, top boom, bottom boom extension, just like most Nifty lifts. You also have your emergency pump. Handle's right up there. You do have suspension on the back via a torsion axle. So same as the ground level, here are your controls for the basket. You have rotation, top boom, bottom boom, extension, and then back here we have the bucket leveling. Over here we have the controls for the power system. You have your emergency stop and your horn. This would be if you had a hybrid, you would have, or bi-energy, you would have the battery gauge right there and your switch to select either battery or the engine, which is the other way. You have some warning lights, which include engine oil pressure. So if you do run the engine low on oil, you'll know about it hopefully before you cause any damage. You have your drive speed selector between high and low. You have your engine start and preheat, as well as your engine speed high and low. There's your enable switch. This switch selects whether you're using the aerial controls, which would be these, or the ground controls, which would be these. On the drive control, it's all handled by this right here. You have forward and reverse, as well as steering. And these run the individual outriggers. Those are the fronts and these are the backs. Alright, so here we are stowed. I'm going to select high speed and fast engine. Step on our enable switch. And away we go. my truck in the SD64. This machine has I think it's a 17-foot turning radius, so still fairly agile. And this is a two-handed job. One last point is here are the 18-inch Deka Outrigger pads that the SD50 come with. They fit pretty nicely in the basket. And like I said, it is a 500-pound capacity. It's also rated for a 28-mile-an-hour wind, as well as 90 pounds of thrust side to side.